Hi, everyone. My name is Bailey Lamont, and I'm here with Rico Brower,
Hey.
and we are talking to Florie Marie, who is the top of the list candidate for the French Pirate Party going into the European elections at the end of this month. Hi, Florie.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, bonjour.
Thank you for being here with us today. So, first question for all of the people who might be watching this video. Why don't you just start by introducing yourself? Tell us a little bit about what you're doing, what you're about.
Okay, I'm Florie Marie, so you said it. I am head of cabinet in the small city near Strasbourg, biggest and small city near Strasbourg. I'm also the spokeswoman for the French Pirate Party. And I've been candidate in 2 legislative elections and 1 municipal election before. But today I'm the first, the head of the list of French Pirate Party in the European election, and it is very exciting.
No doubt, that is very exciting. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the French Pirate Party and maybe a little bit about the history, like kind of what the situation is in France right now. Do you have anybody elected?
Yes, a few people, just 2 or 3 municipal council, I think. Municipal council, they are elected in the south and of the France and in the west of the France, but it's not a lot. It's not a big party in France. The Pirate Party was born in 2009, and it changed a lot since its creation. We got through several organizational phases until last year, where we achieved to build an organization that is the true reflect of our core value. I believe it. This change brings us a lot of new people in this party, and we are 350 members today. It's a big number because last year we were 150, so it is the double of the number of the last year, and this number increased day after day, 10 to 20 day after day. It's really good. We have a completely horizontal organization with the application of liquid democracy system, and we are using ambition of. You will cut it.
The funny thing is, so we knew we were going to talk to France. So I asked Bailey, who is in Canada, okay, you do the French, yeah? Because in Canada they speak French. Hey Bailey, how's your French?
My French is horrible.
Yes, she said it to me. My English is very I don't remember the word to say. How is my English? It's bad.
You're doing great.
Doing great, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. I'm tired. So we are using ambitious vote systems such as majority judgment and Borda system. We work a lot with digital tools that we have integrated into our internal operations for decision making and debates. Most of the meeting take place online, and we are more efficient because we can talk together despite the distance between us, and we go faster and do more things together.
I was wondering, you're living near Strasbourg. Now, when we talk to pirates, and in the context of European Parliament, one of the first things they will always say is, well, can we please stop moving the stuff from Brussels to Strasbourg? Now, my question to you is twofold. How do you feel as Pirate Party in France about that? And do you feel, being French, is that going to change anytime soon, you think?
You want me to tell you if I am okay with the idea of just in Brussels, not in Strasbourg, no more?
Well, whatever is I don't know if it's a topic of conversation with the pirates in France.
Oh no, no, it is great. We have sometimes the MEP who comes there in Strasbourg, and we don't see them, and it is good that because it is good for the tourism, and it is good for the activities, economic activity, and the economy of Strasbourg, because there are a lot of people who came here in France and in Strasbourg to see the European capital. So it is very great to have the European Parliament in Strasbourg. But it will be great that sometimes they go in other countries, in other maybe not just in Brussels and in Strasbourg, sometimes elsewhere.
Oh yeah, move through.
It will cost a lot of money. It will not be ecologic.
That's true. All right, thanks for that. Okay, carry on.
Fair enough. So, Florie, in a couple of weeks, you may very well be a member of the European Parliament. So, what are you looking forward to most in that role if you get there? And like, what are some of the main issues that are close to your heart?
Democracy, the true democracy. I believe in the participation of everyone and in decision making and the real sharing of power. So vote is not in itself the true power is in the decision making process, not just a vote. Individual freedoms are important to me, especially when we see the French politics, such as the copyright directive. We have a lot of freedoms in this copyright directive which are aborted, and it is very important to work on it and to explain to the other MEPs that it is a bad text, and we have to go further on it. I don't think it is right in your grammar. Sorry. We are also and above all fighting for free internet and the internet as a common good. Well.
Okay.
Excellent. I love it. So as far as the EU as a whole, you kind of talked about some of the main policies that are close to you and maybe that the EU needs to address overall. How do you kind of see the future of the EU in general?
I hope that England will not go out of Europe and go back, not Brexit. I hope that all the European countries will stick together and work together for a long time, because Europe was created after the Second World War, and it was created to make us work together in a better place and be a great strengths, economic strengths, and I think we can't continue to work alone, and we have to work together. We have to work with the other countries to be competitive with the other country, with the other continents. Europe is alone. France alone is not enough strength. It's not enough powerful. And with the other countries of Europe, we can be more powerful. And we need power in order to be heard in the world.
So, what do you think is going to be the vote on EU in France? Who's going to win? You know?
Oh, in France it is chaos. we have 79 MEP to elect, and we have 33 lists. 33, and it is a lot of lists, but I don't think it is as lot as the people say, because it's democracy. We have a lot of people who want to talk, to defend their rights, and to defend their ideas. And in France, they are there is a. You talk about the yellow vest together before I talk with you, and there is this movement which is a lot of people together, but not with the same ideas, and they can't go together in the election, and they have to join some other people, some other political people who were already in the run for the election. So you have some yellow vests who are in the far right, and some yellow vests who are in the far left, and some yellow vest nationalists, and some socialists, and some communists, and some. You have a lot of yellow vests, but we have not the yellow vests in our list. But it is very sad, because yellow vests are thinking in the same way, as the pirates thinking. They are. They want more democracy in our country, in Europe, and they want to be heard by the powerful persons of the government, and they want to I forgot my words.
But if the yellow vests are, if I understand you correctly, are pursuing kind of the same things as pirates, why aren't they more in the pirate movement, or other way around then?
But because we are not as famous as you. we are not very famous in France. Some people here think that we just born, and we have 10 years, but some people discover us. So we are. It's very difficult to be heard in France, and it is very difficult because there is a lot of political parties. 33 lists running in the European elections. So we have two front runners. One is nationalist, Marine Le Pen. You must know her, and the other is ultra-liberal, Emmanuel Macron. Our president, beloved. So that might gather each 20% of the votes. So the two we have 20% of the votes, and so it's left 60% to share with the other 31 lists, 30 lists. With our list, since Macron was elected, the traditional parties such as Social Democrats and Conservative are completely fragmented. Between Macron, I can say Macron.
Oui.
It's okay. Okay. Between Macron, which is presented as centrist, and the authoritarian left, and the far right, we've seen a multiplication of parties which all ran by old politicians, all of them. There are traditional parties with traditional organization, a vertical organization, no way speaking with the top of the party, and all the top of the parties are old politicians. So they are not a renew of politics in France. We think we are new way of making politics, but we don't have money. So Macron was financed by banks, and we are financed by people, and people are not rich in France. There is a lot of poor people. We are not rich. So we can't. The French democracy is not really democratic. It is plutocratic. It's like when people have to buy to be elected. You have to buy your bullets. You have to buy your. It's like you have to buy your voice. It is very horrible. A lot of money in elections, in all elections, and we can't go out of that because people who have the power to change it don't want to change this because they have money. So
yeah, but still, okay. Florie, you mentioned when you started. Sorry, Bailey. I really want to ask you. When you started, you said we're not famous like you are, but you have to understand. You're talking to this guy from Holland. We never won in Holland just yet, and you are part of a of an interview series with 20 pirates all through European Union. Nobody else does that. And you're in France, where all the world is watching the Yellowvests, where everybody's on the street every Saturday again, looking for something new. Well, in walks Florie Marie. So, I mean, you don't have much money. That goes for all pirates. But you have momentum. That's how I see it from Holland.
Yeah, thank you. But in France, we just start to we are in the mountain, and we just start to climb the mountain. So just we just what we say petit à petit, small by small, little by little, little by little, we go in the top of the mountain. But it is very difficult because no money, nobody cares about pirates because there are a lot of yellow vests, and one of the yellow vest list is led by an older singer, a French singer. So it is chaos in France. In France, it is chaos. So the list of the government, the government majority, the presidential majority, is led by a woman with homophobic tendency, and she is a former nationalist. She was in youth movement of French nationalists, and she is running for the French government, Macron. The second on the list is an older former ecologist. We were in Green French Party, and he is now the second of the list of Macron. So they took people in the left and they took people in the right, and they make them together running for the election. And in fact, there are no more right, no more left, no more idea of this system, this French system, and everybody is lost. And we are not lost because we think we are not from the left or from the right. We are pirates, so we can't be on the left or on the right. And we are not lost. We want to talk to the people who are who don't understand what is happening in France, and we look for the world, the good word to talk with them. It is not easy because we are not a lot, and but we are more and more. And I think in the next 2 weeks we will be more famous in France, and more audible in France, and more heard in France.
More on the air. Well, this might help, this interview.
Yes. I think yes.
All right.
Definitely. Well, I think that you really highlight a lot of the challenges of being a small party in a big system with rich people, rich politicians who can basically buy their way to the top. It's challenging, and we had the same thing here in Canada. But I think you guys are doing awesome, just watching from afar. And how is the reception generally? I mean, you said, little by little, slow and steady wins the race. But are people, you must be reaching people. And is the reception good?
Yes. When we can talk about our ideas, they help us. They want to listen to us. And sometimes we convince people to go with us and to make campaign with us, or just to print our bullets because we have to print our bullets in order then to vote for us for us. So we the journalists are very good with us. They are very nice, and they are very gentils. They are nice. They are nice, very nice with us, because they let us speak about our ideas, and until now, it is okay. The campaign is good. The candidates are very motivated, and I think we can do something. I don't think what is really happen. What we really are. I don't think what will really happen in the 2 next weeks, because it will be very fast, and it can change at any time. But I think after this election we will be more strong and stronger, and we will see the other elections, the next stage, the municipal election, with a good with good eye and with confidence, because we will know where we are, and we will know where we can reach some people who vote for us, and we have to be there in this election, in the European election, because we have to know where there are pirates in France, because we don't know. Pirates are anonymous. we have to look for them in all the country, and this election will help us. Yeah. To that, I don't think we will be elected. It will be great, but there is you have to do 5% of the voice to be elected, to have four MEP in France. So it seems to be very complicated to have some MEP in the end of the
Come again?
Of the month.
Just you need 4 MEP selected, or you're not getting in. Is that what you said?
No. You have to have 5% of the voices in France, and if you have 5%, you have 4 MEP elected.
Yeah, that's high.
And if you don't have 5%, you have 0 MEP elected.
Ooh, okay. Thanks for clarifying that.
All right.
So even if we have 1% of the voices, I think it is possible to have 1% of the voices to us. But even if we have 1% of the voices, we will not have some MEP in the European Parliament. Even if you have to elect 79 MEP in France, it is confiscated by the biggest parties who have money to have voices, to look for voices, and to be more than to have more than 5% of the voice.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know what though? There's getting elected. That's one part of campaigning, obviously, right? But then there's having an impact on the discourse, on the narrative, and politics in general, which doesn't necessarily have to involve getting elected, right? So no matter what that end result is, by the sounds of it, the Pirate Party in France is really having an impact on political narratives and the larger discourse going forward, which is really, really important in and of itself. So I think you guys should be really proud of what you're doing.
Thank you.
Personally.
Thank you so much for being in this interview. And all the best of luck to France.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your work. And I think after the election, I will work with you in order to work my English, and in order to work on the communication of the Pirate Party, International Pirate Party, because I think it will be great to have communication on all the pirate parties.
All right. Okay.
Definitely.
Merci bien. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Thank you.
Merci Bélé. Merci beaucoup.